Hello, everybody. Dorothy here, professional astrologer. I did a recording the other day for my Patreon groups, and I am posting it here now. It is the lunar eclipse through the houses. So I do a quick overview of the eclipse. I send you to read the blog, watch the eclipse video first, and then watch this video. And this video gives us, it takes about 10 minutes for me to go through each of the houses. So you're able to hopefully glean a little more information from that eclipse video. All right. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hello, my dear patrons. Thank you so much for your kindness and your support. Today, I'm going to do as I promised in the lunar eclipse video. We're going to go and talk about it in the houses. So again, if you are not aware of where 25 degrees of Scorpio is in your own chart, give me a buzz. I can let you know. All right. So first off, not give me a buzz, just send me a message. First off, I want to show us this. Now, this is timeanddate.com. I love these guys when it comes to eclipses. So here is the May 15th or 16th, depending on where you live. It's in the middle of the night. So it's Sunday night, May 15th into Monday morning, May 16th. So here on the East Coast of the United States, the eclipse is at 12:14 a.m. on the 16th. All right. So this is what it looks like. This is fun. It's just 12 seconds long. And once the moon is beginning its eclipse, this is what it looks like. So you can just see this. And where the shadow is, there's where the full blood moon will be seen in that sector right there. And then there we are as the sun is starting to rise. All right, let me play that one more time for you. And if you want to watch the universal time clock up here, you can watch that too. And so here we go. This is the shadow of it. And this is when it is completely, I don't know how long it lasts. I've actually not looked it up, but it's quite a few minutes. And so really all of the United States, all of South America will see the full capacity of this full moon. That is an eclipse, this full moon solar eclipse. Okay. And so here's the astrology of that. Boom. This is what it looks like just from my latitude, longitude. So don't be overly concerned about the house placements for this in this regard. But you do need to find where 25 Scorpio is for you. All right. And remember, the wheel goes counterclockwise. And if you do the Placidus house system, which I do, the houses are not going to be some are small, some are big, some there's like a Capricorn is twice and Aquarius is just inside where Leo's inside. Anyway, so all of that just means look at the chart and the planet, the zodiac signs move this way. So for example, this house cusp at the 10th house of this chart is 19 Scorpio. The eclipse is 25 Scorpio. So that means it is right in that location in that 10th house. Well, this is the eclipse chart. So you're going to have to find out where that is for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share another screen. So what does that mean to begin with? So let me make sure I go do my new share. So what that means to begin with, of course, is that, again, go look at the prior video, and you can even read the blog on my website. It's always, even though you're a patron, it's really, really good and important to sign up for my newsletter and to be a member on the website. All it's going to do is ask for your name. You just get notified when I post blogs there. Plus, I'll send it to you in your inbox. So those are two different ways to sign up for the same thing. Here is the houses. I don't have any numbers on these houses. It's just these are the sectors. You just look for those lines. And again, if you need to help with that, let me know. And So that full moon in Scorpio is about, of course, it's transformation, it's regeneration, all of those things that you can look at in that forecast as well. So, what's changing? What are we addressing? What are we looking at? What are we becoming obsessed about? What are we becoming passionate about? Love and desire, jealousy and betrayal, all of these things. But we can even as well, it's obsessive, but it's also taking things to a very deep and transformative place. And that's what we work on with that moon in Scorpio. All right. And it's Venus in eclipse. That's just really, really important for us to pay attention, because this is a real powerful opportunity for us to take our power back, or to really change something that is really important and significant in our lives. And we do have Jupiter in Aries now, well, as of tonight. So Jupiter will be in Aries during the eclipse, and it'll stay in there until October, when it goes back into Pisces for just a month-ish, a few weeks, and then back into Aries at the end of the year. So with Jupiter in Aries, we also have an opportunity to address what's important, to take charge. All right. Lots of different things. So that eclipse, let's get started. I also, again, read the forecast, because remember, we do lunar gestation as well, lunar gestation phase. So that means we haven't had a new moon November 15th, 2020, related to this eclipse. And then we had the first quarter. Let me grab my notes here. There it is, August 15th, 2021. I know that's a lot of dates. Go check the forecast out, and you're going to be able to see it from there. Okay. On to here. So if this full moon eclipse, full awareness, what's going on here? So if the moon portion of it is in your first house, then of course it's about your own personal self, your own being, your self-awareness, who you are, how you present yourself to the world, maybe going through some sort of change, and you may be, reevaluating you. That's a simple way of looking at it. There's always more. If you have it in the second house, your values, what you value the most, how you use skills, talents to earn a living, your personal possessions, what is of value to you. That is going through that Scorpio change or awareness. All right. Doesn't mean, the change does not mean, I don't want you to get all down on this. The change doesn't mean that it's something bad. It just means that there is something changing for you. There is something going through a shift. And if you look at those dates that I just gave you, 2020 and 2021, you'll be able to see what that theme was. Third house, if this eclipse is in your third house, the lunar eclipse in the third house, then it represents that area of your chart, which is about your communication, how you communicate back and forth with others. Maybe there's something going on with siblings, your neighbors, or cousins. Doesn't have to be all of these, might be one of these. And if you are studying astrology, then you get out your big books, get out your workbooks, and you look up the houses, and you find the words that make sense to you. Because, maybe it's not about information today for you. Maybe it's something else. Could be you need some psychotherapy. That would be a great way to use this too. Helps us heal. If it's in the fourth house, this is our roots, our psychological beliefs, understandings. It represents the home, one of our parents, usually the nurturing parent, whichever that one is. And, whether we have that inner security or not, right? In our psychological foundation. Scorpio full moon in this area could definitely stir that up. So there is an awareness around that thread in your life. Fifth house is the area of our chart, which is all about our passion. There you go. What we're passionate about, what we love, how we play, how we have fun, what we create. could be our children. It could be the ways that we are creative. Okay. 5th house. If it's in the 6th house, then I recommend that you pay close attention to your everyday health and well-being. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm just saying that when there's a full moon, especially when it's eclipse, means the sun's in the 12th house, illuminating something for you to be aware of, as well as the moon in the 6th house, which is illuminating us, reflecting to us what we need to be made aware of in regard to our health, our wellness, our everyday activities, self-improvement, and how we help others. So service to others. If it's in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, then that is the thing that's going through a change, a transformation, or a reflection and a realization of how you can be in a partnership, in a powerful partnership, release a relationship. It could be any of those things, okay? Not all of them. Some people go overboard. It's like, oh my God, how can it be all of those? It's like, oh my God, it can't. Unless you're a really busy person. It doesn't have to be all of those. I'm trying to make light of this because it's just the area. People don't like change. And when we have full moons, there's always an awareness, and there's always going to be something that we need to release, to let go. We're being made aware. When it's an eclipse, it's even more important than ever that we pay attention to that area of our charts and don't bury our head in the sand. That's all. So if it's in the 8th house, that's Scorpio's natural home. So it's pretty comfortable there. So if you have Scorpio in that sector, you've got a natural chart to begin with. And with a full moon eclipse in that point, then it's just bringing more Scorpio to the surface. So it's that transformation. It's those resources, those shared resources. It's sex, death, taxes, regeneration, other money, like your credit card, like your mortgage, like estate taxes, or what's it called when people pass away and you take care of estates, estate, those types of things. If it's up here in the 9th house, then that's an area of exploration, an area of learning more and higher education. And even for some people, it might be about publishing, finally taking back your power. If you and self-publish, if you're waiting for someone to publish something, maybe it's time to pull back that power, learn to self-publish, figure that out. Again, if you need to talk about these things, you can book yourself a session. But if you want to know where it is, just send me, I need your birth time. Now, if you've asked me before, then that means I already have your birth time. So you can just ask me. You don't have to give me your birth info again. Next, if that eclipse is in your 10th house, that is your outer image, your career, your reputation, your vocation. So taking that power, or releasing that power, or changing something so you feel more in control. Or maybe it's time for something to transform and change. Gives us a lot of illumination, these eclipses. If it's in the 11th house, that is where we contribute to groups, or groups are important to us, or group causes. It's not about the individual here. It's about the collective of people. Not 12th house collective, but the collective of like-minded people. So if you have this eclipse in that 11th house of friendships, groups, goals, aspirations, then you're being made aware of what's working, what isn't working, what needs to change, how you can step up if you want to, how you can release if you need to. Just like all of these houses. And the final one, if you have Scorpio in the 12th house, then that full moon eclipse in that sector will bring your self, your inner self to the surface. So you're able to work on it, to heal, especially psychologically, or in dream time, or through deep meditation. Transcendental meditation would resonate in this area where you go super, super deep. Shamanic type deep work, Akashic record deep work, those types of things are what will be made aware of in our own charts if you have it in your 12th house sector. All right. I think that's enough for today. There's a lot. There's always a lot, but you just hit pause, look at that chart wheel, and it gives you those clues. And again, if you have those books, the ones that I teach from here, I'll grab them. They're out of reach. Hold on. Especially this one has a really good sector in the back with the ephemeris, not the ephemeris, they're called appendixes. And it gives you really additional excellent content. So that's not enough, you go help yourself right there. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Blessings, and have a great evening. Namaste.